the hour. She, of course, runs Altair Travel and Cruises. She's getting ready for a very busy fall. But before we go there, let's talk a little travel with our good friend Pat Blassie from Altair Travel and Cruises. Good morning, Pat Blassie.
Good morning. Good morning. Take me to the moon. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Good. Yesterday was a fun day, wasn't it?
It was really. It was really a day that I didn't. It sort of snuck up on you, right? I didn't think it was going to be that cool.
Well, you know what? I have to say I'm right with you because actually the girls that the staff at the office, they all wanted to do a party, and I said, oh sure, so we had a big party. We had shirts made. And we made a real day out of it, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
Part of it amazed me, though. I expected it to get darker sooner. I guess it just shows you the power of the sun,
Well, yeah, we were all amazed that there was still a sliver of sun, but it still was very light out.
Right. That was my biggest surprise of the whole thing, really.
Yeah. My biggest surprise was when it reached its full eclipse and you stared up at the sun, it was like, wow. I've seen the pictures, but to see it for myself,
but to live it,
I know.
That's really cool.
All right.
It is. It's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
And we're very lucky.
Yeah, and in terms of travel, right? I mean, the people traveled from all over to go see.
Oh my God, they said there were people, everywhere. Yeah. Well, except I haven't heard. I mean, were the highways really backed up? I mean, were they?
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear.
I mean, a lot of people took off. A lot of businesses closed for the day.
Oh, and Monsanto was closed. A lot of your big companies were closed, which is amazing.
Yeah, so there you go.
Well, once in a lifetime type thing. Yeah.
All right, so next week we're going to announce our big trip, right?
Whenever you're ready. I am ready whenever you're ready.
Next week, we're going to announce the big trip. But
okay.
This is for next year?
This is for next year, for next year. It's already, we've locked and loaded. We're all ready to go.
We're ready to go.
We're going to go to the moon next year and
I
watch
know,
the
I
eclipse.
said, take me to the moon.
We're going to watch the eclipse of the sun and the earth. But you can't look at the earth when the sun, because you might burn your retinas.
You had me so confused this morning talking about the dark of the moon.
So I didn't have you confused. Tim Weiland had you confused.
Oh my God! It was like the dark of the moon. Where is it?
Well, because to explain, we don't see the dark side of the moon because the moon rotates with the Earth. So we never see the back side of the moon.
We never see the other side.
Right.
But what he was saying. But the moon was dark when we saw it yesterday.
Right.
So it was the dark.
It was very, very confusing. Any
excuse me, Southwest Airlines, had a neat deal that you actually could be in the sky during the eclipse.
Yeah, we had one of our reporters, Ryan Dean. He was he? Yes, he was. And he reported back that, because I saw the story this morning.
He was on the wrong side of the plane.
Yeah, he should have been on the other end. It was only okay, he said.
It was only okay.
Yes.
Well, I guess because your view is so limited because of just looking out the window, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the window was so
they had
tiny.
To really,
Plus,
stretch their neck.
He was also waiting for his peanuts, and he couldn't get out of his seat.
He couldn't get his Eclipse cocktail.
He couldn't get his seatbelt.
He was in the exit aisle, so he had to stay there. It was very confusing. Any more comments about the Grand Canyon trip we were on?
Oh, lots of comments. And in fact, actually, I've got another one set up for next year. I mean, because when I heard, this was kind of a flyer for me, just because I did it and loved it. I had hoped that everybody else would love it.
Right.
But when I heard the comments from the people that traveled with you, and I guess the thing that I loved the most hearing was, I'm so glad your company did this. Mm-hmm. I would never have done this on my own.
Right.
I've always wanted to do this, but I didn't know how to do it. And I was saying to the staff, that's what I love, that we can provide a service to get people out there, get people moving and that's like your trips, McGraw, whether it's going to Colorado or going to, Arizona or going to Europe. It helps. We're certainly I'm in the business of selling travel, but we're also doing a service.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
come join us. We'll take care of it all.
What I loved about the Grand Canyon trip, it was fantastic. It was amazing. It was tremendous, the whole thing. But what I loved is how many women went on the trip.
Well,
I bet you loved that.
Well, I mean, come on now.
No,
right? I
you
mean,
know what? But that is something that's an area that I get so many comments on and so many requests. And believe me, I'm working on it. I just haven't come up with the right way to do it of really, and this could be with you, Kelly, of just doing some women's trips because not that the women didn't want to be with the men on this trip, but there's so many women that more so, I think a man is a little more adventuresome, and a woman, has all these little hang-ups about, if they don't have anybody to travel with,
right.
or this and that. And I mean that was amazing to me too.
Right. I mean, you had
and young women, older women.
Right. You had
every age group.
In this group, you had mothers bringing their daughters. You had my sisters bringing their girlfriends. You had husbands bringing the wives. You had wives dragging the husbands. Right. You had all sorts. You had single women saying, "You know what? I want to do this." And so it was amazing. You would think, shooting the rapids in the Grand Canyon is a very, traditionally male-orientated, but it was amazing how many women went and loved every second of it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's there's going to be more coming.
Yeah, no,
sure.
It was. I would, if you ever thought maybe, look, you don't even. I went and visited the Sky Bridge at the Grand Canyon up on the North Rim, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And we went and had a great time and had a great day. And I remember even thinking to myself, well, the Colorado River is there, and boy, that must be a neat trip to go river rafting down the Colorado River, never thinking that I would actually know what to do to even begin to do it. Mm-hmm. And here, a few years later, I did it.
And there you are.
It's just, it's something you never think you would ever could do, and here we all did it.
And then the one thing that, I really, and be honest on this, honestly, because, the big concern from so many people, and I think even you, was like, oh my gosh, well, where do we potty and how do we eat and blah, blah, blah. Did you really ever feel like totally inconvenienced? Like totally, this is just crazy.
Well, I will tell you that it is certainly not the log roll at Six Flags. Okay, it is not that. This is real river rafting, and this is real camping in every sense of the word. So I was underprepared because I thought it was more of the log roll at Six Flags.
Oh, you really did?
Yeah, I did.
After everything that I told you?
I know. So I didn't, and I think everybody, to everyone, if they were honest, would say, now that we've done it, now we know how to pack better, we know what to take, we know what not to take. So just in that sense.
That's good to hear, because that tells me that we have to do a better job of communicating.
Right.
I mean, because that's not good. Now,
Right.
In fact, I heard you say that your feet got sunburned.
Right.
Did you not protect them?
I put like 8 pounds of SPF 325 on, and it still got burned. So, but I was in the water, so it was constantly getting wet and being wiped off and everything else.
That's true.
So it was no way to win. But inconvenience isn't the right word. It was full on camping. And once you got into it, once you got over the water's wet, the sand is it was fantastic. It was great. It was wonderful. All right, Pat, we gotta go.
And the fact that so many women did it is amazing. Yeah.
Pat, have yourself a good day. We'll talk to you next week. All right.